Hey, it's Mighty Matt here with the Dead by Daylight Trapper Guide. I'm going to try to show you guys today how you can improve your Trapper and your overall gameplay. I think the Trapper is best played when he's more territorial, where he's protecting just one part of the map. Generally, like roaming around the whole map is not the best strategy for the Trapper because his power is basically useless if you spread it out, because traps can get disarmed, all that. And yeah, so I'll move into the perks now. First perk is Hex Ruin. Ruin or Corrupt I think is necessary for the most part on Trapper, especially in the red ranks because of how fast gens go. These perks generally just help slow the game down and allow you to set up traps around the map. The second perk I have is Brutal Strength. Allows you to shred through pallets and kick gens quicker. I like it because it allows you to save time while in the chase. Because the goal of the Trapper is to try to keep your perimeter and to get through the survivor's defenses quicker. Obviously helps out with the whole build. You could also choose something like Enduring or maybe Sloppy Butcher as well. Moving on now, Barbecue and Chili. Obviously great blood point perk, but its real strength is knowing the positions of the survivors after you hook someone, and especially the direction they may be going. If you don't want to use Barbecue, you could also go with Agitation or Iron Grasp. Preferably Agitation if you're going to, but because it allows you to put a survivor back in your perimeter, and this is what it's all about. Finally, save the best for last. Very good on the Trapper. It helps with containment of the survivors. It allows you to, again, keep the survivor in the perimeter. For the add-ons, Stitch Bag, probably the strongest add-on, one of the stronger ones. Allows you to carry 2 more traps and transport 2 more traps, or start 2 more traps. And we got Settling Duels, which allow you to put the bear traps down quicker. So, good in general. Alright, let's get to the game. Got Macmillan, good map for Trapper. Immediately I see my Ruin, so I figured I'd just try to set up around here. And shutting this loop off is a pretty good trap here. So the whole idea is to try to block all the loops in the area here. And a good spot for a trap here, it's a TL wall right here. Cause, yeah, you'll see later in the game. So now I move towards Ruin, because I want to trap everything in this area. Completely negate looping in this area. And I don't care about gens right now. I know I have time because of Ruin. I see a notification. It's okay, ignore it. You can afford to give up a gen if you need to early in the game, if it means you get more setup with the traps. So I'm just trying to set up the area, everything. Good one here. Negates this loop. And then this one. Originally I think there, but then I put one here instead because it blocks the whole lane. And I see a survivor and move in for attack. Unfortunately it gets stunned, but I'll take the pallet. And look at that, already got a trap. So I obviously tried to head towards it. I see the person to the left there, and I just want the pallet out of them, so I get it, and then head towards the trap person to secure our first hook. But yeah, so now he is in my trapped area, and it's going to be harder for the survivors to successfully get an escape and get out of the area. So I retrap here. And as I saw with Barbecue, I saw someone heading towards the Ruin. And they happen to walk into my trap. Unfortunately, he gets out instantly, but it's okay. We can get him down quickly. We have the loops trapped around here. And commit to a chase. This person makes a questionable flashlight blind there. Yeah, got our second hooked. Everything's just falling into place easily. Now I want to retrap here. And I think someone, I thought someone was around here. That's why I was hovering around here. But I can't really find anyone. I go in here to see where the basement is more than anything. And I want to go get that trap in the far corner. I know everyone's kind of far away because of barbecue, so I think I have some time to go pick up this trap here. And of course I saw that person who was opening the chest. And unfortunately they are pretty dumb and don't run, so I get in the other easy down. So this person, I really can't get back to my perimeter, so I kind of dump them on the first hook I can. And with barbecue, we can see where the next people are. And someone's going in for the rescue, so I quickly try to rush back there to not allow them to escape the perimeter. So I decide not to go after the guy who was just hooked in case he has decisive, so I chase this person, and I see that they're the obsession. And I try to... there we go, get him into my trap, just like that. So I save the best for last stacks. And we got another hook. So I know someone's back in that corner somewhere, but I don't know where they are, and I'm still DS risk. I decide to replace this trap because it is a very strong loop. So I try and go look for this person here. And I come across this person who's trying to hide from me, and I whiff the hit here, but secure the down. And get another hook. So now I head back to the hook because of the someone unhooked him. But instead of going straight forward, I cut through the main building because I figured I want them back in my zone. And I trap this window right here to ensure that the lane's cut. I want to force them back, and they get them off the hook, and that's fine. So I head back. You see how I never even go close to Killer Shack? It's because I want to maintain just this perimeter around the main building. And lucky enough, Ruin. So I see this guy, and I just usher him into my trap. And hit him for another stack of Save the Best for Last, and another hook. So I decide to retrap this. And unfortunately, Ruin goes down here, but this guy makes a questionable play by just bombing the hook and going for it right away. And I get him. And his teammates, he dead hards. Should have read that, but didn't know he had it. But eventually we I whiffed again. There we go, got him though. So I just decide to slug him because of the risk of decisive, and I can keep pressure up that way. So I go hook this guy. Unfortunately, he gets up really quick, but I'm right there to get him again. So, easy hook. So I go back for this guy, even though I know someone's around there, or at least I think so after seeing him. This guy makes a questionable flashlight. This is where the team kind of falls apart. I could have gotten a hit there, but I thought we'd get the fast fall, and this guy went into a trap perfectly, so I get to save my stacks. So I kind of lose sight of where they are, but I just break the pallet and hover around the area looking for survivors. So I decide to replace this trap because it's very strong, cuts the whole lane. And yeah, I kind of leave the area a little bit just to, I'm looking for survivors though. And I head towards this gen since it's the closest, or one of the closer ones. And I actually got, I see he has Deliverance, and I was just like, okay, it's not worth it. Or we could have second win, but I figured, whatever. Well, we have someone dead. We can afford to spread out a little bit. So I find this guy here. He's injured, and I chase him down. And he gets his nice dead heart here. He gets the pallet down, fine. But he makes an error here. I decide to push him around, and if he wants to loop this area, it's a dead end. So then, versus for Brutal Strength comes in handy. It just buys me the time. And down. And another easy hook. So I see someone with barbecue far in the center gen in the main building. So I head towards that now. And I don't go through the main part because I want to try to push him into that trap. So I guess he was sleeping or something, so I get an easy grab there, and he's gone. He's out of the game. So obviously the guy is going back to the hook person, since I saw scratch marks entering here, and I head towards him now. I see someone in the distance there, so I head towards that. And just so happens, the trap we planted earlier, he runs right into it. And an easy down. I mean, I did risk decisive here, but I figured it didn't really matter at this point, so. And he's dead as well. And now to look for the last person. I was just waiting around to see if the trapdoor spawned here, and yeah, I just kept looking around, and eventually I found it. Kill the shack. But yeah, so I trapped the exit here. Unfortunately, this guy is already at the exit waiting, so he actually gets out. But good effort in general. Multiple traps, shut down the survivors looping. We couldn't get any gen pressure up. And we rank up from this. So good game in general. And I hope you guys learned at least some technique from playing the trap room. And like trap locations, and just generally not just committing to survivors, keeping a perimeter, and going from there. This is my first video, so I hope you guys can give me some feedback if you can. And yeah, thanks for watching. And if you want to like and comment and subscribe, that'd be great. See ya.